Hi, welcome and Happy New Year. I've known about my celiac disease for about 9 years now, but before that I had symptoms that I can trace back probably 10 years before I was diagnosed. So, as you can imagine, I went to the doctors a lot during this time. So I thought, why not do a video covering some of the worst things doctors have ever said to me, ranked from bad to worse. Boy, this is going to bring up a lot of feelings. I was misdiagnosed several times, was given medication that I clearly did not need, and I was given some pretty crappy advice from people who are meant to be medical professionals. So we're going to use the tier ranking system for this video, but instead of this ranking system, I'm going to use the Bristol stool chart for inspiration and use this one instead. I've had to rearrange it slightly so it makes a bit more sense. So the sausage-shaped poop at the top, the really healthy poop, anything that goes in that tier, although still crappy advice, I wasn't too offended by. And it's pretty self-explanatory, like the further down we go, the crappier the advice gets, until we reach liquid consistency with no solid pieces, also known as diarrhea. Okay, so the first medical advice I received was drink herbal tea. They recommended this to me when I went in with bloating and extreme, and I mean extreme, stomach pain. There could have been a burst appendix in there, a tumour, gas, turmeric and peppermint to be exact. It was absurd to think that this advice would even work, but did I try it? Yes I did. I was desperate, okay? I was in so much pain. Compared to some of the other advice I had, this one wasn't too bad, it didn't offend me too much, so we're gonna put this in tier 1, the healthy poop tier. I also give this next one the same tier because it has the same sort of vibe to the last one, which was wear stretchy pants. Wear stretchy pants so that your stomach can grow from bloating, was the advice I was given. And no, this was not the same doctor. These were two separate instances. One doctor told me to drink herbal tea and another told me to buy stretchy pants. Help, doctor, I'm in so much pain. I don't know what's wrong with me. Wait, I know exactly what the problem is. Oh God, really you do? Yes, your pants are way too tight. Here, try these. Oh my God, you were right. The pain's completely gone away. Thank you, doctor. You're welcome. Oh, and here's a prescription for some herbal tea. What the fuck is going on with our healthcare? Now I know what you're all dying to know. Did I go out and buy stretchy pants? Yes I did. In fact, I went out and bought several pairs of stretchy pants and I have never looked back since. As much as I hate to admit it, it did help with the pain. I wasn't feeling as much pain from the bloating anymore, but did it solve the problem? No, obviously not. So like I said, tier 1 for this one. Now we're going to head over to misdiagnosis territory, so I'm just going to lump all of these in together. So over the years of me going back and forth to doctors with one problem to the next, I was told I had IBS, depression, anxiety, many different intolerances, was put on a low FODMAP diet once because why the f*** not? Being misdiagnosed over and over again, not my idea of fun. Which is why I give this whole experience a 3 tier. Really not cool, doctors. This sort of treatment doesn't just affect you physically, it affects you mentally as well, which is why doctors probably thought I was depressed at some point. I was basically trying everything, knowing deep down it wasn't going to work. They would tell me to try something, my symptoms would get worse, so I got sicker. They'd tell me to try something else, that didn't work, so then I got sicker. They tell me to try something else, and then that didn't work. It's a vicious cycle, and it causes so much stress. Which brings me on to the next one, which is, it's just stress. And any ladies watching this video, hands up how many of you have been told that at least once in your life. I wouldn't have been in that position to begin with if the doctors had actually done some testing and tried to figure out what was wrong with me. It was an incredibly stressful time. I just think the most annoying part about this thinking back was that this was completely avoidable. Yeah, this was really hard to come to terms with. So we're gonna put this in the constipated tier, which can happen if you're stressed, by the way. Okay, next. It's all in your head. Yep, ladies. Ugh, female medical care. If you are a woman and you've had a male doctor, I am almost certain that you have had this said to you at least once in your life. But you know what? Say that to someone enough and they will start to believe it. I heard it's all in your head so many times, I genuinely thought that it was all in my head. Hi, take a seat. How can I help you today? Well, I keep having these really horrible stomach symptoms. They're really painful and I keep having to go to the toilet all the time. I'm also extremely tired. My joints hurt even when I sit down. The worst part is the brain fog. Okay, let me stop you right there. Are you sure any of this is real? Yeah, of course. I'm in a lot of pain and discomfort. I'm sorry, but you don't look like you're in a lot of pain. Well, I've been living with it for years, so... And only now you're coming to see me. Okay, yeah, I just don't believe you. Sounds like a classic case of it's all in your head syndrome, okay? What? Okay, now bye. None of the other medical advice I was given so far was actually working, and I felt the worst I have ever felt in my life. So I thought, what other explanation could there be? I must be making this all up in my head. right? Mushy consistency out of diarrhea. And the moment we've all been waiting for. These next few are so bad, I'm just going to put them all in the diarrhea category. First up, we have you taken any antihistamines? Now I think this one needs a little bit of context. This was a doctor's response to my symptoms after I got glutened on a holiday in Italy. A waitress told me that my food was gluten-free when it clearly wasn't. I spent the entire night on the toilet. I had my usual symptoms, but one extra symptom decided to show itself that time, which was bleeding from my butt. I was petrified. I was so scared, as you would be seeing blood in the toilet, that I booked in to see a doctor as soon as I got back from my holiday just to make sure that my symptoms were normal and I wasn't just dying inside. And that doctor's response to my symptoms was, have you taken an antihistamine? I mean, we're not even pretending to know what the f we're doing at this point. Same doctor, I think someone might have been playing a prank on you. Hey, what you doing? Oh, just playing a prank on Alana. By doing what? I'm gonna hide some gluten in her food. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? She could end up in hospital. I know, it'd be so funny. Same doctor. Yep, he was just that bad. Sounds like an allergic reaction. He thought my celiac disease was an allergic reaction. I do have some more, so I've decided to add an extra special category for this one. So we're gonna have a green diarrhea set on fire category. Oh, imagine the smell. There's two of them that are going to go in this category. The first one is, how can you wish to have celiac disease? What a stupid thing to say. Now, this definitely needs more context. So I had a nurse say this to me in a blood test appointment that I went to get tested for celiac disease. At this point, I had been living with symptoms for over 10 years. So I said to her, I wish my blood test would come back, say I've tested positive for celiac disease so I can do something about it. Because the good thing about celiac disease is once you've found it, you can actually reverse all of the symptoms and the damage done to your body after you've made a few lifestyle changes and live a happy, healthy life with celiac disease like I do right now. And that was her response. Absolutely no sympathy for what I've been through at all. It completely changed the way I viewed and approached doctors. Even to this day, it will take me so long to even go to the doctor's surgery, and I still really struggle to open up fully with doctors. And last but not least, there are people in this hospital that actually need my attention. This one hurt. This, I don't think I will ever forget this one. I was admitted to hospital because I was so low on iron, I was severely anemic. Little did I know that that actually is a symptom of celiac disease, so I'm 100% certain if they tested me for celiac disease back then, it would have come back positive. Instead, what they did was just give me a bag of iron tablets, and that was it. I just remember being in the hospital, desperately trying to get them to do more testing, because I just knew deep down it couldn't have just been anemia. And the doctor just said, there's nothing wrong with you, you're absolutely fine. There are people in this hospital that need my attention. Okay, so your blood work shows that you were severely anemic. Did you know about this? Oh, wow. No, what does that mean? Nothing. You're absolutely fine. Here are some iron tablets, take one a day with food. Okay, but can't you do any tests or something? There must be a reason I ended up anemic. Take a look around, Ms. Smallsday. And what do you see? Patients that actually need my attention, okay? Okay. Now get out of here, you faker, and don't come back. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it, not as much as I enjoyed thinking back on my past experience of medical gaslighting. But hey, hopefully it made for a good video. See you in the next one.